Welcome back to Danger Close Customs. Today we'll be taking a look at the checkpoint Victor Zulu 58. That's actually the VZ-58. Okay, here's a clip if you didn't get my joke.
Ensign authorization code 95 Victor 2.
Authorization not recognized.
Ensign authorization code 95 Victor 2.
Access granted.
May I have your attention, please?
This is also a tribute video to one of my favorite shows, Strike Back, for all those sexy big guns. No, not those kind of sexy big guns, or like we'd see in Al Bundy's favorite magazine, Big Guns. I'm talking about the VZ-58.
Get back here! Stop moving! Bravo 1, do you copy? This is Bravo 1. Come in. Nothing. We're on our own. Yeah.
So today I'll be showing you my 3 VZ-58 guns, starting out with the VZ-58 and 7.62x39 micro pistol. The VZ-58 looks kind of like an AK, but it isn't an AK. It's much different. It has a nice milled receiver, and it's a little bit thinner. The action is different. The gas piston system is different. And overall, it has some nice features that I think put it above an AK. And we'll go over that during this video. Again, I apologize for that fan noise. It is very cold out and my furnace is still blowing. But I'm going to do most of this video with a voiceover. So, showing you guys here the action, different magazines. They originally came with some metal magazines, but now you can get these polymer mags, very inexpensive, high quality mags made by AC Unity. They're made in Germany. This is a SP Tactical folding brace. I added aluminum bars to each side and wrapped it. It's attached to the pistol with an Stormworks Picatinny rail adapter plate, and those install directly to the pistol. You don't have to do any gunsmithing. You just swap out the sling mount plate for a Picatinny rail plate.
Changing.
You basically grip the mag, and that 3-inch handguard provides you a little bit of surface to get a hold of the gun. As you see in the show, this length is useful for adding a can, keeping this overall length that of a regular rifle. And now I have the VZ-58 in 5.56. This is a regular pistol length. It's got an AR magwell adapter, just like they'd use on the show to use AR mags like Stanag mags. I'll show you here we can use some different types of mags. Again, it's the same SB tactical brace system with the Stormworks adapter plate. It's got a push button mag release, and here is the safety selector switch. You'll see me use my index finger here instead of my thumb. My hands are kind of small, so I'm having to use my finger. Not sure if you're supposed to use your thumb. Trying a P-mag. Doesn't drop free, but you can just easily pull it out. This is a Stanag mag, drops free. This is the metal feed lips.
Another thing that's different than an AK is when the action is opened on an empty, you can clearly see that it's empty, versus an AK where you just get click, 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 no bang. There's very few other guns where you see right down into the action and know that your chamber is clear while you're shooting. And I was using a snap cap here to show you the action. The nice part of this slow-mo is you can really see how much the muzzle is jumping or moving up or back. In this case, it's very flat, staying on target. It's doing a job.
The Checkpoint VZ-58 is an awesome platform. Its fit and finish is excellent. It's thin and compact. I like the way you can recharge the action by releasing that bolt handle versus having to charge it forward and back on an AK-47. That's why they have proprietary mags for this weapon, is for that bolt hold open action. I'll show you that and some other features later. Right now we're going to take a look at the rifle length version of the VZ-58.
Contact! Contact! Scott! Get in! Move! Right! Grenade! Move, move, move! Keep moving, Scott! Keep moving! from two sides! I'm out! Changing! Michael, there's a door in our rear! Cover me! Moving! Oh, God! What the? Coming to you! No good, buddy, no good! Get him! On me, on me! Michael, move! Fuck! Grenade! What? On it! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! On me! Coming to you!
Clear, west side.
Fuck me! Michael! Move! Changing! Move! Ow! Changing! Go!
This is my VZ-58. It's made by Century Arms International. They got a new receiver for this. It is not the same as the VZ-58, but it is pretty close. I will be upgrading to a real VZ-58 rifle as soon as I can get my hands on one. But for now, this one is about 95% close enough, in my opinion anyway. Very nice fit and finish on this one, and I like the length. I like the lightweight of this. This is the push button here to retract the stock, fold it down, kind of gravity drop on that. You push the button and you can kind of manipulate with gravity to flip it back open. But it is not a pull through design. It does require you to push on that button pretty hard. That also makes it a very sturdy stock. It doesn't fling open. You can carry it and it'll be sturdy when you put it up on your shoulder and not collapse on you. Alright, the mag release on this is a little bit different shaped in location than the Checkpoint VZ-58. But it is right there next to your thumb on the mag, and you just press that button and drop your mag out. As you can see, it should hold the bolt open, and I did an undercharge like an AK, but I usually just go over the top. This furniture is not wood, it's a composite, kind of like a particle board. It's usually called beaver barf, and it's okay, but since it's the original look, I tend to like it on here rather than replace this furniture with polymer one or metal one. I'm going to keep it with the beaver barf. Here I'm showing you excessively that the action is clear, and I'm going to help you take this down. I push out this pin in the back, and then you pop that out, and then it will allow you to remove the back cover there where the bolt is. So this is the takedown. You press forward and it's just got some springs. You just pull the springs out. That's your recoil springs. There's two of them. So the AK has one recoil spring. This one has two, so it must be better. And the action has somewhat like a SKS looking bolt, two-piece bolt inside there. Looks to be chrome plated. Just carefully so you don't drop it out like I always do when I pull this out. And then there's a little bit of a rod there that holds it all together. So when you take this apart, it goes back together pretty easily. There's a little groove and cutout there in the bolt, so those pieces naturally fit together that way and only that way. Then you can just set it back in there. you can move the action back and forth, and then you might get a little stuck, and then that rod's gonna pop out. So to move that forward, you just pull the trigger back, and then you can push it over, and then you just put the two springs back in the holes there in the receiver and kind of squish them in and forward, and then you'll be able to close the action back up. That's how you take apart the main action and put it back together, and you're pretty much ready to go. I think it's easier than AK-47 in some ways.
Strike back tryouts, take one. Changing. This is VZ-58, strike back tryouts, take two.
Obviously, I didn't make it on strike back. Here's how they do it.
Changing! Changing!
So it's faster than AK because the bolt stays open when you take the magazine out. You're just releasing the bolt instead of having to rack the action. So here's my super fast reload.
Okay, this is the optics mount on the VZ-58. Similar to an AK mount. These come pre-drilled and threaded for that rail. So these mounts are specific, but I don't know if they are interchangeable. It looks very close to the AK style scope rail, but it's sturdy, does hold zero, taken on and off. On here, this one's made by Czech Small Arms. It's centered over the barrel. It's not one way or the other. It's very nice to have it centered. And here on the VZ-58 5.56, I don't have the rail attached. There's screws right there you can see. You just open with an Allen wrench. And on the handguard, it's a little different than an AK as far as how the pieces were put together. These have two tabs that hold this together, so I'm hoping that this bifab defense will hold zero. So far it has. I like the handguard, but if it doesn't continue to hold zero for me, I'll just get the rail add piece and add a scope mount like the 7.62x39 version. Okay, I'm sure you guys all want to know where I got these super awesome Puma AR magazines. I actually got them at Costco. Yes, Costco has Puma socks in an 8-pack, and they come wrapped in a sticker label. I just took the sticker label and cut out the Puma designs and stuck them onto my mags, and now I have these Danger Close Customs Puma mags. Alright, we're going to finish out here with my boy 007. So show you how he uses a VZ-58 pistol. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for some more videos. I've got several in the works, but go ahead and leave me a comment on what gun or type of guns you'd like to see some videos on. I'd also like to thank my friends over at Vault Explorers 1337. They filmed some of my shooting segments. I'll put a link to their channel. You can go over there and check them out.
Let's go home.